They say my generation is the first one that has lived a good chunk of our lives with social media. I know the next generations live their entire lives with social media. So you think I'd be better at it, Ryan? But I'm not. Because I sent a tweet about Travis Bazzana yesterday, and everybody goes, "You don't know baseball, you moron." There was some nuance to the tweet. It was a little bit of a half joke that I don't think people really understood. When I said, you take Travis Bazzana, you're really not going to know what you get out of that pick for at least a couple of years. Bill, do you think he's going to spend 3 years in the minors? No. There are people that want him in the lineup on Monday next week after the All-Star, or this weekend coming up after the All-Star break. I'll just bypass it all. Just go back to the 1910s when you would draft a guy or go to their pig farm and go, "Hey, here's $50. Would you like to come play for the Brooklyn Dodgers? Here's $35. You want to come play for the Yankees? Yeah, you're 17? No problem. Come on up. We'll go back to a time of the past when it comes to Travis Bazzana. I know he's going to come up to the Guardians much sooner rather than later. But what are you going to get out of him? And it was the first overall pick. It was fun to watch to draft other picks for the Guardians last night, which are fun. You've got that tonight. But they make the pick with Bazzana. I'm going to ask a question this morning that I don't think it bothers people, but it's a factor, possibly, that they didn't go with another guy, Charlie Condon, to save themselves a little bit of money. Does that bother you? For me, I sit here, I think Bazzana was very worthy of the first overall pick. They liked some things about him. They made the selection. Overall, I like it for the Guardians. But you got to remember, even not like the NFL draft, we won't know anything about him for quite some time. Hopefully he goes and rakes in Arizona rookie ball and they get him to single A. And I know that everybody wants him up here quick and the service time stuff and all that. I do have a take on the service time thing for the Guards. So we got plenty of that to kick things off this morning. Darius Garland walking some things back maybe with Chris Fedor on exclusive interview on Cleveland.com. Can't wait to discuss this. Garland caught up with Chris at Summer League. Like everybody saw the dunk, right? Yeah, Summer League action. And he says he doesn't want to be traded. He said those are just rumors, talking about when he said it. Hey, if Garland, Donovan Mitchell gets his extension, maybe I don't want to be here. We got to discuss that because I don't think it changes what I think or how I view Darius Garland with the Cavs. So we got a lot of wine and gold to get to. We got a ton of Browns to get to this morning, including sleeper picks for all the major awards in the NFL. Bucky Brooks, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He put a Brown on the list. Now, it's not Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year. That's no sleeper out there. But I was shocked, and I give Bucky credit because this is a sleeper for a Browns player to win a major award. We've got the quarterback rankings out from Jeremy Fowler. I figured Deshaun Watson was going to be in the top 10. Did he even get a vote? I'll tell you that coming up. We'll get to the grid. We'll get to the bracket. We got time up. A loaded day on the movies and TV. We got 7 for Ryan to guess on today. A major show announcement, and we'll recap the college championships all right here on a beautiful Monday on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Good morning. Happy to have you alongside. Appreciate you joining us. You can always follow on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Matt Fontana Show, Twitch and Instagram as it goes. Ryan rocking his colleague company's championship hat this morning. And I just want to start by saying thank you to so many people for having us out last week. It was a great event. I had this from last year, Ryan, and I wanted to get the final tally today, but I'm assuming they'll figure it out. Yeah. That last year they raised over $1.3 million for charity. Last year. I hope that it's the same number, if not more. And in fact, that was a record for golf events ever held at Firestone Country Club. That was last year with 1.3. I'd imagine, and I hope that it surpassed it this past weekend. My guy, Ernie, yeah! The Big Easy, man. I've always loved Ernie Els. So he wins it. Congratulations to him. It was a great event. I know we were sprinkled throughout the weekend, but we had an amazing day on Thursday and for us on Friday doing the show. It was a lot of fun. So I just want to start by saying thank you to everybody at Colleague Companies, to Matt Colleague, to his people. And I said it on Friday, Ryan, and I mean it again. They stepped up to keep a tournament there. You know, we know the politics and the sponsorship that moved, and they take that PGA championship or the PGA Tour away, and they could have just let it die. They could have let it die. And Matt Colleague and his company stepped up and said, we're not letting that happen. We need a golf tournament here. This is a legacy course. We're going to be able to impact Northeast Ohio. And it just warms my heart to see people out and about, in our great community in Northeast Ohio here. It was packed. I loved seeing it. So shout out to everybody at the Colleague Championships. We really appreciate you having us out. Can't wait for next year already, which will be a lot of fun. And we got to get going this week, Ryan, for a little bit of open golf.
Yes.
Get our bets in.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. So we'll get to that coming up as well. Before we go any further, major announcement on the show. We will be giving away a copy of EA Sports College Football with whatever console. Think of it this way, Ryan. You're getting my copy because I can't play it.
Very true.
I'm very upset. I have a prior generation console. I'm not buying a new one. You can even put that in the tweet. You're going to win Matt's copy of EA Sports College Football 25.
Should I wait till after the show or should I tweet out now?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know how much work you got going over there. I can talk a lot about Travis Bazzana. You do what you want to do. I want to make sure the tweet is good. You're a wizard over there. You do what you need to do, all right? But put in there, you're going to win my copy. So here's how it's going to go. We're going to send a tweet out at Matt Fontana Show. That's the important one. You can follow Ryan at RyanTyler33 and at Matt Fontana 83. That's just some good karma for you there. But follow the show. We'll send you a tweet today. All you have to do is retweet it. And then at the end of the week on Friday, so you have until Friday, what do you want to say, 11 o'clock on Friday? Let's make it 10:45 on Friday.
It comes out today, right?
I think it comes out early access is today or tomorrow or something like that. Yeah, it's out. So you have until Friday, 10:45. We will pick a winner. We'll DM you, and you just tell us what console you need it for. If you need it for PlayStation or Xbox or Steam or whatever you need, let us know.
Steam.
No
way.
Well, that's what people use for
computers.
There's
no way this is on computer.
How is it not?
Is it?
It's got to be.
If
they didn't put it on the prior gen consoles, it's got to be on PC.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen somebody play Madden on.
Really?
Maybe I'm tripping.
Hang on. Stand by.
Yeah, no, it's not on computer.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh.
I was about to say, I've never
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so take that back. So it's literally PlayStation, Xbox. That's it.
Yeah.
Is it on like Switch or anything? Or
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So do that. You let us know what you need it for, PlayStation or Xbox. We'll get you a code, and we'll send it out there. So again, just follow now, if you can, at Matt Fontana Show on Twitter. Retweet it, and we'll pick our winner on Friday. So we almost, that's a lie. We didn't even get close to finishing the grid out. But we want to do this for everybody. So we're going to send it out for you. Just retweet it as the week goes on. I don't know if there's anything else. Retweeting it multiple times doesn't really help because you can only retweet it once, I think, right? So you're in. We'll pick a winner randomly on Friday, and you'll get my copy of the game. Should I add that you're required to invite me over for evenings so I can play?
Yeah.
I'll bring some garage beer. We'll hang down, we'll hang out, and I'll play the game because I don't have it. So you're winning my copy of EA College Football 25, which is out. I'm glad you're here, Ryan. I wasn't sure if you were going to, college football's out. You got a busy day today, though. You got a hell of a day coming up.
I don't even know if I'm going to get the game yet, to be honest.
I would get it if I could. And, it's exciting because even if you're not a gamer, it's a lot of things that, even though I'm not in that world, I'm very much in the gaming world. But, when I see people excited about soccer, we got to talk about those fans, man.
It's in the morning update.
Yeah, we'll get to that coming up. That's nuts. But, when I see other people excited about things, I'm happy. I want people to find their nerdism or find their thing that they like. So my excitement around it, I'm sure it's the same as a lot of people. Even if you don't play, or people are excited about it. People are calling off work this week to go play it and all that. So we're going to give you a copy. We'll do that on Twitter as we roll through the week. So we appreciate everybody following us, and we'll give a little bit back here when we can for EA Sports College 25. So the Guardians make their pick last night, and in no world in any way is that shocking that they took Travis Bazzana. He had become the favorite in Vegas. I was shocked that Condon didn't go second. I was shocked that pitcher went second because a lot of the mocks that I had seen, that was not at all the case. So they take Bazzana, and, we had discussed the pool money and what they could do with the rest of their picks. And, of course, they made a couple more last night. We'll talk about those as well. But with Bazzana, I sent the tweet, and people took this the wrong way. Okay, I sent a bit of a joking tweet where I said, Travis Bazzana, he might be good, he might be bad, we won't find out for 3 years. And people thought I was saying that he was going to be in the minors for 3 years. He's not going to be. In no way is he going to be there, frankly, past this time next year, in my opinion, right? The service time thing, which for those who don't know, let me explain quickly what service time is. Baseball contracts are weird. It's not like the NFL where you sign a rookie deal, you're in the NFL, and then you sign another deal, you move on. Baseball, if you get drafted, they give you a large sum of money as a signing bonus. And that usually covers what you'd be making while you're down in the minors, working your way up. So then you get to baseball. When you make your major league debut, that starts a timer on your service time. Your service time then impacts when you hit what's called arbitration. You get a few years to play before you then hit arbitration, where you got to negotiate a deal. If so, go to an arbitrator. Then eventually you get 3 years of that, and then you're off to free agency to sign these massive deals that everybody is. So the battle is players want to get to the major leagues as fast as they can to start that service time, to get to their free agency as quick as they can. Players want to hold on, or I'm sorry, teams want to hold on because that's more control. And I think the most famous example is probably Chris Bryant. There was a year with the Cubs that just on how his service time worked, and like it stops when you go down, it starts if you come back up, all that stuff. It's really kind of intricate on how it works. Chris Bryant was like a top prospect for the Cubs. He was raking in spring training. And they go to him and they say, we're sending him down for opening day. They kept him down there, I think, for like 10 days or something, a week and a half. Then brought him up because that little amount of time, they got another full year of control over Chris Bryant. Now, that is, that's kind of that doesn't happen often. That's a small percentage thing where that little of time. So there's a game to be played with the service time. And I know with the first overall pick, people are already screaming, like, bring him up and he'll play. But you're not going to really know who he is for at least a couple of years. I'd like him to be Bobby Witt. I'd like him to be Gunnar Henderson or Adley Rutschman, right? You bring them up, they're it, and they never go back, right? They never go back. That doesn't happen all the time. And you see top prospects, I think Jackson, honestly, a lot of Orioles right now, brought up, didn't hit well, send him back down, right? And get back, and then you come back up, there's a game to be played. I guess in sending that tweet, I just was trying to make the point to people, don't rush this. Now, I want Bazzana up here as much as anybody, and I want to see him. I can't wait for him to get to Lake County. Like, that'll be cool to have him close and all that. I think there is an interesting dynamic at play here, though, for the fact that the Guardians project to be competitive for the next couple of years. That is when the pressure will come to get him up here. If he proves to be the player that you, me, and everybody hopes and believes he's going to be, that puts pressure to bring him up. Not now, but maybe next year, and if not, certainly the year after that. And I hope, excuse me, that the Guardians will have the same mindset. Shout out to TJ Zuppe. I love TJ. I worked here for a long time. And he's on the Selby is Godcast with Zach Meisel.
The what?
The Selby is Godcast. You never heard of those guys?
Selby is God?
So, do you know who Bill Selby is?
No.
And it was actually in Time Hop like last week, 2004, 2002, something like that. We were playing the Yankees. And Bill Selby, in no way is this a shot, but it is what it is. He was a journeyman of all journeymen, okay? And he played for the Cleveland Indians. And he came up in 2002, July 14th, 2002, facing Mariano Rivera, down 10-6 in the bottom of the ninth inning. He hit a walk-off grand slam off the greatest closer to ever play the game as a journeyman infielder. So Zach and TJ have a podcast that's called Selby is Godcast.
Okay.
In honor of Bill Selby. And again, Zach, one of the best baseball minds you could find. Mandy Bell is so fantastic, and I love TJ. TJ's really good on all that kind of stuff. So that is their podcast, Selby is Godcast. Go follow them there.
Giveaways posted, by the way.
All right, let's go. I'm going to retweet that right now. TJ had a tweet that he said, let me be the first to say the Guardians need to stop with this service time manipulation business and get Bazzana up to the majors. And he sent that tweet, and everybody loved it. And I hope that the combo of Bazzana being, and I know people are all high on Paul Skeens, like, oh, he came up. Pitchers and hitters can be a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and in college, the thing is, both those guys went to college. That helps. College guys, you have no real qualms about starting them at high A. It's rare that they start right away at double A, but you can move through a lot quicker as a college guy because you've had the development, you seem ready to go. But the service time manipulation thing comes back to, if the Guardians are in this, not necessarily now, I know they are, but like if they are going to be competitive over the next couple of years, I have that feeling that they're going to not want to hold on anymore. And there's a game to be played, and you always, trust Chris Fontana and Mike Chernoff to make the best decisions for the organization, and that's got to be tough, where you're sitting there potentially saying, we're in this, we're fighting, we're a part of it, and maybe Bazzana can help, but man, could we use another year of service, or man, could we use another year in the future? I believe the Guardians will make the right moves at that time. But coming back to my tweet and what I'm getting to, Ryan, that's not a conversation for now. That's not a conversation in any way that's going to happen in this calendar year. You made this pick. He's now a professional baseball player. He will report to the Arizona Fall, or he'll be in the Arizona Fall League coming up, the Arizona Rookie League, whether he goes to high A, low A to start. You want to also not rush it. This guy is one of the biggest pieces of your team now, instantly become the first overall pick. And I'm not going to act like I watched every at-bat and I can tell you all about this guy. They took a guy that's good defensively. He's got some speed. He can hit. We'll hear from Chris Antonetti in a second talking about Bazzana and why they picked him. I'm happy he's here.
What if he does come up and play right away? I mean, what are you sliding Jimenez?
I would tell you, I don't even think about that's. I already got people saying, well, what do you do this and that? And I'm like, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I get like the rush.
He'll be in spring training.
An exciting player because because it's like you think of any other sport. You draft a number 1 overall pick. He's slotted into your lineup right away, day one. I'm not sure though what the rush is. I understand that we're competitive and we
it's
truly
sexy.
have a chance. It is sexy, and you want to go see it.
You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing.
But at the time, like I think of like guys like Jackson Holiday, how you brought up, went like 1 for 26, got sent back down. I'm okay with letting this guy. And again, it's not like he was playing NCAA. He was facing NCAA pitchers, and I know he put up these gaudy numbers, and he was well deserved a number 1 pick. But as Jensen Lewis liked to say, that is a grand chasm size difference going from college pitching to major league pitching.
So I saw it. By the way, Jensen today, tell me you don't want to miss that coming up on the Big Play Cleveland show tonight. His thoughts on everything. I saw a tweet. They were talking about pitchers, and they said a scout once said, high school baseballs are college baseballs on steroids. College baseballs are minor league baseballs on steroids, and minor league baseballs are major league baseballs on steroids. And they were talking more about when you see a pitcher that you're really high on that maybe gives up a lot of home runs, remember they play with a different type of baseball. And I'm not trying to knock Bazzana for all the home runs that he hit. And he batted .409. He was the MVP of the Cape Cod League, which is an important league, Wood Bat League. I understand all that. I get it. You're taking the right tack. It's hard because it's not fun today to sit here and say, mash the brakes, slow it down, calm down, because you're excited, as you should be, about Travis Bazzana being here. The Guardians got to do the right thing. Take it slow, let him develop. But there's a balance because you don't want to hinder him either, right? Like if he's chomping at the bit and he knows baseball has had a flip, though. Notice the last couple of years. You got guys with less than a year of service time getting extension. Like, think about Julio Rodriguez, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt. I'd bring up Wander Franco. We know what's going on with him. He had less than a year of service time. Talking about Wander Franco. And they gave him an extension. That blew up in their face, and he's going to go to jail. But I've now seen this, where teams aren't waiting anymore. And also in today's day and age where there's just prospects getting traded and all this other kind of stuff that moves around. But you see teams that built it up the right way. Why are the Orioles where they're at? Because look at all the draft picks that they hit on. Guardians are different. They built this team sometimes through trades, a lot through trades.
And the Guardians also,
but they've also drafted
and the Guardians
really well.
And the Guardians didn't suck for 5 years like the Orioles
Right,
did.
exactly. They've been competitive the whole time. And I just want to say this before we hear from Chris Antonetti talking about Travis Bazzana. I'm excited. I like the pick. It's great. You've had first round picks that have sucked. You know, it's still the draft. You still don't know what's going to happen. Now, everything seems to line up. It seems to be, again, a real five-tool type of player. Antonetti said in his press conference he couldn't help himself. Somebody asked about him playing another position. Antonetti goes, well, he's athletic enough to play around, so he'll be your center fielder in a couple of years.
Saw that coming.
That's how it goes, man. I don't know. They'll find a spot for him. But he can run, he can hit. But the other thing, do you know what Matt Bush is? You ever heard of Matt Bush?
No.
So Matt Bush, and I'm not saying this is a cautionary tale for Travis Bazzana, but they're tell the story quick. He was the first overall pick in 2004 for the Tampa Bay Rays. He came out of high school. He could throw 94, and he was hitting 450. Like, he was truly a two-way player. They drafted him as an 18-year-old kid. He got to the minor leagues, drug, alcohol problems. He beat somebody up at a bar. He's arrested multiple times, had to go to jail. He held a workout for major league teams in the parking lot of Golden Corral because he was on probation. He couldn't leave his job. He had to have a friend come to the parking lot of a Golden Corral, put catcher's gear on so he could throw a bullpen for major league scouts. He eventually did make his major league debut, and I think he might have the record for the longest distance between being drafted first overall or in the first round to actually making your major league debut. Now, there's guys that, like Brady Aiken. Brady Aiken was a first overall pick. The Guardians then took him at 17. He never made his major league debut. He's done. He's retired. He got hurt. So he's done. So as far as guys that actually made it, 04 to I think he made it in 2020, 16 years or something like that. I keep saying 04. I think that's what it is. Something like that. Anyway. But there were problems with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was the 04, first overall. That's it. I'm not saying at all is that Travis Bazzana. But when we hear Chris Antonetti, he talks about the person that Travis Bazzana is. And every box gets checked. So I don't want to pump the brakes. I'm happy as you are. It's exciting he's here. But you're not going to see him for a little bit. Hold off. Here's Chris Antonetti, Guardians president, talking about their first overall pick and Travis Bazzana.
It starts with the baseball ability, and in Travis, we feel we were able to bring into the organization a dynamic offensive player that could impact the game in so many ways. Beyond his offense, he's also a really good base runner that's very athletic, and we think he's a developing defender that should also be able to contribute in that way as well. And for as great a player as Travis is, and as great as his baseball abilities on the field, he is an equal, if not more impressive person with the way in which he's gone about making this a reality and becoming the #1 pick. He has tapped into every resource possible to make himself the best player he can possibly be, and we're excited to partner with him on his professional journey.
That's interesting how he said the partner on the professional journey side. It was just a little interesting there from Antonetti. I love the pick. It was great. Kind of what went into it. Let's dive into ESPN. So Travis Bazzana, second baseman, Oregon State. Who is Travis Bazzana from ESPN? Do you know he's Australian?
I didn't. Deli shouted him out.
Yeah,
today.
somebody said maybe this is our future version of Matthew Dellavedova. The Australian-born Bazzana had a monster season for the Beavers, hitting .407, slashing .568, .911 OPS with 28 home runs, more than twice as many walks as strikeouts. The 28 home runs set a school record and are a little bit better than Adley Rutschman when he played for Oregon State. He's left-handed. His hit tool rate's a little better than his raw power. So what's that saying is like Stephen Vogt said that about Josh Naylor, about Jose Ramirez. He goes, they're not power hitters. They're just really good hitters with power. That kind of seems to be what Bazzana is. Although he's learned to tap in it this season, improving from just 11 home runs as a sophomore to the 28 this year. He's a pure second baseman who could move to center field if needed. Why did the Guardians take...
Wait, they wrote that?
Yeah, ESPN. He's a pure second baseman who could potentially move to center field.
Oh, my God.
He's fast. He can run. The flip is Jason Kipnis. Jason Kipnis was a center fielder at Arizona State. They brought him and put him at second base. He made an all-star. And I think, can I just divert for just a second here? Travis Bazzana should be an all-star. Like at some point, the guy got drafted last night, and here I am expecting this and expecting that. Just from what I've read, from what I understand, that kind of guy. Like if he turns in a Jason Kipnis level type of career, that's fine. That's great. That's good. You expect more. You should expect more. I want more. But at a base level, that's what it should be. Right up here from ESPN. Why did the Guardians take Bazzana? There was a lot of pre-draft discussion on what Cleveland would do this pick, including the speculation the Guardians might opt to cut a deal with a slightly lesser prospect. But in Bazzana, they're getting one of the consensus top players in the draft. The Oregon State star pushed himself to the top of draft boards by packing power and hitting ability into his compact frame, which makes him exactly the type of player who has thrived at getting the most out of their talent over the recent years. This is from ESPN. He gives off a Jose Ramirez vibe with his swagger and his ability. You got a comp of that? Bring it on. Somebody said they got a comp of Grady Sizemore for him. And Grady was a little taller, pure outfielder, I guess lefty. Like, that's fine. Hey, man, all these comps, all this stuff, it's great. I'm excited for it. But I look at it this way. Whether they made the deal or not, to save some money, to save some of their other draft picks, which we'll run through here in a second, I think they did the right thing. It was a guy that was expected to be it. You did the right thing. You bring him in. Then they get Braylon Dowdy, a right-handed pitcher out of high school. He's got 96, but he's more mid-90s. The only thing I don't really like about that, he's only 6'1". The one thing I read about there, and this is the 36th overall pick. Guardians made 3 picks last night. 36, Braylon Dowdy out of Chaparral High School in California. A little short. A little short on that. You're kind of worried about kind of arms, but he seems like, he's stocky kind of guy. He's got a decent curveball on that. And then their final pick at 48 was Jacob Cozart, a catcher out of North Carolina State. Read some quick things on him. Seemed to be a fine pick. There it is. There's your Guardians first round. And again, I can't sit here and tell you I'm going to break down Doherty or Cozart or even Bazzana. Excited about it. Guardians did a great job. A lot of fun. They got more picks tonight. The race is on. I'm sure we'll hear from Bazzana today at some point later about him starting his journey with the Cleveland Guardians. Love it. Picked a guy, didn't go. And I will say this. I was worried. I was wondering about the money thing. And I just didn't want them to go off the reservation. Take somebody that people thought, this is like the 10th best prospect. They're saving money. I think you got a good combo. It sounds like he was going to be a little cheaper than Condon. And he's still one of the best players in the draft. Another lefty, though. And you don't know how your lineup changes from year to year. Guardians have so many left-handed bats, though, man. So many left-handed bats. But happy he's here. Excited for that pick. Well done for the Guardians last night. Now, if the Guardians didn't have the draft last night, I feel like this would be a bigger story. And that's Chris Fedor's article from Cleveland.com. I wanted to talk about the Guardians and how much they pissed me off getting to the All-Star break. They had the best record in baseball. In the American League, excuse me. Not baseball, American League. Yes, they're limping into the All-Star break. Yes, I'm pissed off that they can't score a freaking damn run. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. They're in the All-Star break, rest and recoup, and show up for the rest of the season. Isn't that weird that I'm angry that they're limping into the All-Star break with the best record in the American League? Don't like how they ended it. But that's aside. We're moving on. Go to the Cavs. So Chris Fedor article yesterday, really great stuff from Chris. So out at Summer League, Darius Garland was there. And he sat down for an exclusive interview with Chris and Cleveland.com. And he said, quote, "I don't want to be traded. Those are just rumors." So we know where we've stood with the Cavs this whole offseason. I'm still waiting on the trade. I'm still sitting here waiting on the trade that I think Kobe Altman is going to have to make. Go back and forth. Garland, Allen, we've done it ad nauseum. I get it. But one thing people would bring up was the report that Rich Paul sat down with the Cavs and he said, if Donovan Mitchell signs this extension, we'd like to go elsewhere. Well, now, here's Darius Garland saying, nah, that's just rumors. That's not actually true. And Chris, according to his sources, Chris Fedor, he says Kobe Altman and Rich Paul did speak again this offseason. So maybe that has cooled. And I think about that a lot in sports and, frankly, life. Sometimes you say something in the heat of the moment, and you're like, okay, maybe that's not how. Let's calm down. I try to remind myself of this in my own life a lot because let's calm down. Let's take a deep breath. Let's refocus here. We'll be just fine. Changes nothing for me. I was never one that was trying to trade away Darius Garland because he asked to be traded. I'm trying to trade away Darius Garland because I don't think he fits here anymore. And I could be wrong, and I know you're not going to get the value back, and maybe Kenny Atkinson really just wants to see him with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland out there, the core four and all that. Changes nothing for me. It really doesn't. Now, I appreciate Darius trying to maybe pump the brakes. And don't forget about the optics of this. That's now sending a message to the rest of the league. Like, I'm not trying to go anywhere. And if the Cavs hold on to this tact of we're not trading anybody, we don't want to get, they're trying to drive prices back up, fine. I still come back to, I think the best move for the Cavs is to move on from Darius Garland. Don't like what I saw this year. Broken jaw and all, I get it. You got a guard. If people were to ask me right now, Matt, why do you want to trade him so much? My number one thought is this is no longer, if it ever was, a guard-driven league. And in fact, I might be able to tell you it's the furthest that I've seen it in quite some time from being a guard-driven league. Steph Curry, anomaly. Unicorn. Take him on out. Jalen Brunson, doing what he did with the Knicks. Why? Because he needs the help and he knows it. He took a massive pay cut. Now he'll get made up on the back end on that. To help the Knicks keep flexibility, to keep OG Anunoby, to keep Julius Randle. They keep those guys around because he knows he needs the help. It's not a guard-driven league. Why would I keep two guards around here? And I get that the two biggest hindrances and why Darius Garland probably still here is his contract and how he played this year. So if the Cavs feel like there is no trade worth that value, we should play out the season to try and get his value back up to then move him, fine, I'll listen to it. There is nothing, Ryan, at this moment that is going to get me off of this of the best move for the Cavs is still to trade Darius Garland. I'm sure he's come around the other side and realized they're not going to trade me right now. I might as well come out and say, no, these are just rumors. I want to be here. And that's fine. I like Darius Garland. This is not a shot about him as a person, not so much even necessarily as a player. Like if Donovan Mitchell wasn't here, I would be fine with Darius Garland being our point guard. But Donovan Mitchell is here, then Darius becomes expendable. And I've said, I'm fine making a trade even if you don't get every little bit back in return. I've talked that about the Guardians. I feel the same about the Cavs. You don't need two guards. And they can try to tell me that I'm wrong on that. They'll try to show me that that's not the right way to go. Okay, that's the hand that you were dealt. You were dealt this of trading for Donovan Mitchell, which was great. Nobody regrets that. You have these guys here. So you could try to make chicken salad out of chicken blank, right? That's what they're trying to do. Nothing changes for me about Darius Garland. Him coming out and saying, I don't want to be traded. That's fine. That's great. That's awesome. I'd still be looking trades. I'd still be burning the phones, trying to find a way to make that trade. I don't think they will.
Well, how does that rumor get leaked? Like, and then it turns out to
just on purpose. You know that.
Right. So, is it a thing of Darius maybe overplayed his hand and he thought he was going to get, and then they couldn't find value for him, and now he's taking it back?
Overplayed his hand.
And then now he's taking it back because they realized nobody really truly wants Darius on the contract he's on?
It's crazy because Rich Paul is one of the most powerful people in the NBA. For the stable of players that they represent and the group that they have a lot of pull with a lot of players and a lot of teams on the agency game, right? Where it's if you sign this guy or give this guy this, then we'll play game on this one. Those are all things that we don't really discuss a lot because it's not on the forefront. Rich Paul is supremely powerful. So maybe, just maybe, Rich overplayed his hand thinking that he could facilitate something here. And this is just me talking. What if Rich was supremely confident? You know what? Give me a team. I don't even want to name a team. Give me a random NBA team.
Spurs.
He could go to the Spurs and grease the wheels with the Spurs for them to get Darius Garland to then help out another player on the Spurs or help out over. You get what I'm saying? Like Rich Paul maybe felt like he could get this done. Not so much Kobe Altman. And you would believe that if Kobe and Rich were on the same page thinking we got to move Garland, that they would find a way to get that done. And maybe they haven't, and maybe they can't. And that's the big turn now all of a sudden. As powerful as Rich Paul is and as powerful as Kobe Altman is, they still can't make miracles work. And if nobody is really going to make this trade for you, then what are you going to do? And maybe they're stuck. And maybe this is what they're just going to have to do. I'd still try to find a way. And at this point, it seems unlikely. And I would say it's a big betting favorite that Darius Garland will be playing for the Cavs opening night. What does that mean for the trade deadline? What does that mean for the future? The money, all that? I don't know. Where's Evan Mobley's extension in all this? That's the other thing, too. True. You forget, if you trade away Darius Garland, that contract leaves too. And you got to get money coming back. That's the one thing about the NBA, about you got to make the money work and all that. But if that money goes away, then you're really freed up for Evan Mobley's deal. You're freed up to make other moves. Don't forget that part of it. I'm not ready to trade away Darius Garland just as a salary dump, but that's another positive for the Cavs. That's another positive for the Cavs. If they can get off that salary, it works. I think he'll be here opening night. But there's really nothing, Ryan, about, him signing this deal. And Chris writes, the plan all offseason has been to enhance the roster around the core four. How the fuck are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? And I like Jalen Tyson, and Amani Bates went off for 21 yesterday. Great. How are you going to improve the roster when you have no salary cap and no draft picks to trade or make? You made your pick. That's fine. What are you going to do to improve that? All right. I guess, do you want to know the biggest thing about maybe the Cavs? If they could, would they make the move? I know the situation they're in. The ultimate question is, if Kobe Altman could make a trade, would he? Or are they really entrenched in the, nope, we're keeping this core four together and this is what we're going to play with? It's a great question that I don't know if we'll get an answer to.
Yeah, well, let's say, are they banking on Darius plays well the first half of the season?
That he just comes back to form? Maybe.
But then what? Then you trade him or you keep him?
Well, trust me, that's a good problem to have. And I would love to cross that bridge when we get there. If he gets back to form of being an all-star, great. But at that point, I'd still probably be saying trade him. Good, he got his value back. Go get the value in the trade.
Right.
And I would tell you that, here's another source of optimism, I guess. Trade deadline trades are very more impactful than I'm not saying that off-season trades aren't impactful, right? They can be. And they flip your franchise. Donovan Mitchell certainly did. But how many trades do you see at the trade deadline that really help your team as you get ready for the playoffs? So there's still that hope there. Nothing changes for me. I like Darius Garland. He's a great guy. Good player. Don't think he fits with the Cavs. So him coming out yesterday and telling Chris Fedor, those are just rumors and I don't want to be traded, I appreciate that. That's fine. Doesn't change anything for me. Still want him to be traded. Head over to some NFL this morning, and a quick reminder to go follow us on Twitter at Matt Fontana Show, where you can retweet your chance to win a copy of EA Sports 25. I just hit the retweet. I am ineligible to win. Even if I won, I don't have a console to play on.
I got to be ineligible, right?
Why, do you want a copy?
No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm ineligible.
Do you even have a system to play it on?
Yeah, I have a PS5.
Oh, okay, there you go. Can I borrow your PS5?
Nope.
Can't do it. Thanks a lot for that. All right. Go retweet at Matt Fontana Show. Follow it. Retweet there for your chance to win my copy because I can't play. You get my version of it. That's where it is. At Matt Fontana Show. Over to football. I want to start with Bucky Brooks. So Bucky Brooks on NFL.com this morning went through sleeper award picks for the NFL. So these are long shots for all the major awards in 2024. So he did not do Patrick Mahomes. He did not do Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year. He did list a Brown, though, and I'll tell you what it is. Number 1, MVP, Jared Goff, plus 2,200, long shot MVP. You buying Goff as a long shot MVP? Nope. Okay. Next up, Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley, plus 1,800. I'd listen to it. I don't even know if it's that much of a long shot.
Nope. If Christian didn't win it last year, running back's not winning.
Okay. That's good. That's a great point.
No, Christian did win it last year.
Yeah, offensive player. Not MVP.
Yeah.
Offensive player.
Yeah, my bad, yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year, Joshua Hines Allen, Jacksonville Jaguars, plus 2,500. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Keon Coleman, which, again, I don't think is that long shot. Who else is going to throw to the football in Buffalo? He's got Peyton Wilson, the linebacker, and was he NC State? I remember where he came from.
I think it was Utah.
Utah, maybe. Pittsburgh, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Coach of the Year, sleeper long shot. Mike McCarthy, plus 5,000? Actually, that's kind of crazy. Do you know he's taking the Cowboys to 3 straight 12-5 records?
Oh, he was NC State. You were right, Matt.
Was he NC State, Peyton Wilson? I thought so. McCarthy has caught a lot of flack thanks to the franchise's lofty expectations, but 3 straight 12-5 records and 2 division titles, and people still crap on him. Here's the Browns. Bucky Brooks, sleeper pick for comeback player of the year, Deshaun Watson, plus 2,200. Here's where Bucky writes. Watson certainly has not lived up to the billing since arriving in Cleveland, signing the $230 fully guaranteed. Missed the entire 2021 season. He was suspended for 2022. Back on track, you thought, and then he just played 6 games in an injury-riddled season last year. But at just 28, Watson should still be squarely in the prime of his career. In his first 4 seasons with the Texans, the former first-round pick made 3 Pro Bowls and established himself as one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. Bucky writes, I could see Watson reemerge as a true difference maker. Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, David Njoku. Watson has a collection of pass catchers who can win one-on-one matchups against any opponent. In addition, the Browns' run game and stout offensive line, we hope, should enable Watson to attack down the field in various play-action passes and produce long-distance scores. Do you think the NFL would let him win a major award like that? Now, again, remember, comeback player of the year, they had this flip, right? Because they basically didn't want DeMar Hamlin to have to win.
I mean, if
right?
Deshaun Watson comes out next year, throws for 4,000, between 4,000 and 4,500 yards, wins the AFC North and leads the Browns to the playoffs, I mean, how could he not instantly be a top 3 candidate for that award?
Because they don't want to give it to him.
Right. So if it comes down to politics, then I'm not even going to worry about it because
that's fair enough. And I don't think this is an award. Like, do you really hold your hat on comeback player of the year? Because that means you sucked the year prior. Who would you rather think has, or not rather, but like, who do you think has the better chance of winning it, him or Nick Chubb? I think they'd love to give it to Nick Chubb. Coming off injury, and if he comes back, and now he's not going to play the whole year, which is hard.
Watson, right, just because of how many games he'll have played.
The other thing about Watson, as we all know, he will be directly tied to the success of the Cleveland Browns. I'm not saying Nick Chubb won't be either, but like if the Browns are really good, it's probably because Deshaun Watson is going to be really good.
Right.
And it's just still the optics. What are the NFL? Do they still think about him in that light? Do they still not want him featured? Things like that. I don't know.
I mean, if there's murderers and wife beaters allowed to play in the league, I think we can give Deshaun an award.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere in professional sports, I should say, on all that. He's plus 2,200 to win the Comeback Player of the Year award. I don't know. I think it's wasted money, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to get it. I just don't think they want him winning any of those awards.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
And again, maybe I'm misreading that. I'd love to talk to somebody outside of Cleveland. Is that still...
Nobody outside of Cleveland wants him to be good.
I know that. That's true. But, when you hear Deshaun Watson, do they still just instantly think of all the things?
100%.
Probably.
Especially when you haven't been on the field
to play. So that's still the case. The NFL don't want him winning anything.
Right.
It's not like they rigged this up. It's not like they're against him or anything, but it's just something that the voters, that when they vote on this thing...
Right, but if he has the same stats as player B... They're going to give it to him just because he doesn't have, right.
Correct. I agree with you on that. Correct. They will find ways to not give him that award or give him anything. And also, you got to remember the rest of the league hates him too.
Yeah. Owners? Oh, my God.
Owners hate him. Owners hate the Browns. Now, you've weathered that storm, and if anything, the owners probably should be happy because they're all sitting there saying, look.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
See what happened? So, I guess maybe there's a thanks to be had there. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that he put Deshaun Watson there for Comeback Player of the Year, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I love it. We've been doing it every day that they've had it. Top 10 rankings, positional. Jeremy Fowler today.
I murdered the tight ends Friday.
Quarterback, can you do it again, buddy? You know the quarterbacks. Can you get them in order? So this is how it goes. Jeremy Fowler sits down with 80 different people in the NFL, coaches, scouts, front office, coordinators, all of it, to come up with the best position players at their best players at their position, top 10 rankings. 80 people submitted a ballot. Many cases were all. It's high, low, where they were last year, and you add it all up and you go. Number 1 quarterback, Riot.
Sean Watson.
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is correct. Now, here's the interesting thing. Somebody did put him at 2. The lowest ranking was 2. So he's either 1 or 2. I know, right? Like,
unreal.
Do you want to guess the quarterback that somebody put ahead of him?
Josh Allen.
That is correct. That's the only other one that got ahead of Patrick Mahomes. We'll get to that.
Smoking crack.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand. Yes. Like, Patrick Mahomes is the best. Here it is. Mahomes' work is so undeniable that all but one voter put him at number 1. So we've talked about Miles as the pass rusher, where 70% of the 80 people put him at number 1. 79 of 80. I guess Sean McDermott got his ballot leaked.
Yeah.
Did Brandon Bean get one? Did he get it? Is that who it was? Mahomes' work is so undeniable that all but one voter put him at number 1. He's one of 3 players in NFL history with 3 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs, talking to Tom Brady and Joe Montana, and they needed 11 and 12 years to accomplish that feat. What's he entering? Year 7? Year 8 or something like that? 7 is the answer there. Here we go. And he spent a season behind Alex Smith out there in Kansas City. An NFC executive on Mahomes. When it's late in a meaningful game and Mahomes is playing, you know that you have to find a way to win, because if you don't, he will. That's the stage that he's been. That's the stage that he's been at a lot, and a lot of the greats get to figure out how to win a game late and get it done. This game has slowed down for him in that way. A high-ranking NFL official. What's funny about Mahomes, he can still get better. He's never truly improved his footwork since he got in the league, but it hasn't mattered because he's that good. So Patrick Mahomes is number 1. All right, Ryan, number 2.
I mean, is it Josh Allen?
Remember, it's the average.
Right.
So it is not Josh Allen.
Okay, then is it Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow is correct. High ranking of 2, low ranking of 7. An AFC scout on Joe Burrow and referencing his ACL, going back to all the way in 2020. High level in all areas, but can't stay healthy. No Joe Mixon and the T. Higgins holdout are big concerns from an AFC scout talking about Joe Burrow. A veteran NFC offensive coach. He's a baller, release, decision-making, and tough as nails. One play away from already having a ring, and so young, the injury is not as concerning. So you have one side of it saying the injuries are a concern, another NFC coach saying he's so young that he'll overcome the injuries. I think it's going to be a big year to see how it's not without Tyler Boyd. T. Higgins will play. You still have Jamar Chase. Big year for Joe Burrow.
Burrow, 27?
I think, 27, 28, if that. An NFL executive on Burrow. He's still probably the most consistent of all the guys. He's a pure thrower who's in complete command of the offense, comes up in big plays. He knows when to attack and aggressive versus when to take the easy yards, and he's so tough. All right, so there it is. Joe Burrow, number 2. Number 3 on the NFL quarterback ranking list from Jeremy Fowler.
Is that Josh Allen?
Josh Allen is correct. Here's the interesting thing about Josh Allen. High ranking of 1. So one voter said he's better than Mahomes. But he had a low ranking of 6.
Yeah, there's some Josh Allen haters.
There's some Josh Allen haters
which is warranted, to be fair.
AFC executive on Allen. He leaves you wanting a little bit more.
Turns the ball over at an insane clip.
Yes, but if you're picking people you want to lead your team, he's got to be 2nd or 3rd for most people. Ceiling is still really high. And while I don't really have a feel he was the reason the Bills haven't been able to finish. So basically it's saying everybody else around him. Oh, wait, let's just get rid of all of his offensive weapons. That'll probably just be fine for him. Somebody said that Allen is a Luka Doncic level volume scorer. He's just putting up a lot of gaudy numbers. High-ranking NFL official on Allen.
Valid.
He's a quarterback who's consistently a high performer, elevates his team at every chance he gets. You want a negative side of Josh Allen? Veteran NFL executive. He is one of the most overrated players in the NFL. Immense talent, but a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, dude.
He's underdeveloped at winning at the line of scrimmage, locks onto targets, and he's more of a thrower than a precision passer and forces throws into traffic.
He does.
It's an NFL executive on Josh Allen. You're right. There's Josh Allen haters out
He's
there.
Stefanski's worst nightmare in terms of turning the ball over.
Dude, there's nothing in this world. I tell you that, been around Kevin Stefanski, and that's why he and Baker sometimes didn't see eye to eye. There's nothing in this world that pisses Kevin Stefanski off more than turning the football over. Nothing. He starts with that. Beyond the coaching and the footwork and all that stuff, he starts with, you will not turn the football over on this team. Number 4. So again, 1 Mahomes, 2 Burrow, 3 Josh Allen. Number 4, Ryan.
Okay. It has to be Lamar Jackson.
It's Lamar Jackson.
I
High
was gonna
ranking
say,
of 2, low ranking of 5.
People be hating on him.
Second MVP. How's he not there?
That's what I'm saying.
NFC executive on Lamar. How he came in with everything that stuck to the stigma as a runner that sticks with you as a pro until you prove them wrong. That's not fair, but it's the way it's been with him. There wasn't any doubt who the best player in the league was last year, so it's time to put that all to rest. I think that's a great line because I think it has been put to rest. I know he can run, and he is a good runner. He can throw. You win 2 MVPs, and it's sad, and I think what this executive is probably bringing up is the right thing. It's sad that he had to go win 2 MVPs to prove to people that he could play quarterback in the NFL. Like, he came in like, oh, moving to receiver, or do that. And he was a first-round pick. I'm not saying that they actually had legitimate conversations about that, but it's sad that he had to win 2 MVPs to prove to people that he could actually play at quarterback in the NFL. But that has been put to rest for sure. Number 5. I'll give you a hint. This is my first curveball on this list at number 5. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, number 5.
Okay, so you're saying it's a curveball
It's a
makes me think
curveball
it's
for
not Jalen Hurts. CJ Stroud.
Mm-mm.
Which is insane, and I understand that he's going into his second year, and I'm already talking about being a top 5 quarterback.
Right.
But when you go look at his numbers last year, they were legit top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people still love Justin Herbert.
It's not Justin Herbert. So I said it's a real curveball.
Like a really big curveball?
I
Like
kind of would
12-6?
think so, yeah. I would not. This guy being in the top 10 actually kind of shocks me.
Being
And
in the
here he
top
is at
10.
5. Yeah. And here he is at 5. He's an older guy. Not the East Coast old guy.
Rodgers?
No, I said not the East Coast old guy. The West Coast old guy.
West Coast old guy.
West Coast old guy. He's 36. Matt Stafford.
Oh, wow.
Matt Stafford at 5. Matt Stafford. High ranking of 3. Somebody on this list, in some form or fashion, thinks, I'm assuming Mahomes is 1. Somebody out there thinks Matt Stafford is better than either Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen. At least, and then add one more to that. That'd be 3. Somebody put Matt Stafford at 3. 3. A high-ranking NFL official said he elevates the players around him. Look at Puka Nacua. He's a good player, but he's not the same without Stafford. And
how do you know that?
Well, I'm just like, so the other thing is they talk about the eliteness, right? Comes to LA, 12-5, win the Super Bowl. He misses 9 games. They miss the playoffs. He comes back, only misses 2 games, and makes the playoffs in a semi-rebuild.
Yeah, that's what a quarterback's supposed to do.
I guess. NFC executive on Stafford. The arm strength is still there. He can still make every throw. He attacks the intermediate windows and middle of the field with accuracy. Cooper Kupp missed 5 games and still kept them afloat. At number 5 for Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, he was Mahomes doing an arm slot before Mahomes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But and maybe at one point he was top 5, and he's still a very serviceable quarterback.
I wouldn't put him at 5.
But the last couple of years, he's not top 5. No shot.
All right, number 6. One more thing. And a head scout of an NFL team on Stafford. At this stage, he needs a quality offensive line. They weren't great up front last year, but he still produced. They should be better this year. And Stafford can use his legs on occasion, but should be playing comfortably from the pocket at this stage of his career. All right, number 6. It is a name that you have mentioned before.
Jalen Hurts?
Nope.
CJ Stroud?
Nope.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert is 6. High ranking again of 3. Lowest ranking outside the top 10. Big, strong, fast, powerful arms. An AFC personnel evaluator about Herbert will stare down some targets and try to make hero-type plays, holding on the ball too long and throwing into tight windows, but he has everything that you want: touch, velocity, size, and athletic ability. Number 7, also a name that you have brought up.
Jalen Hurts?
CJ Stroud.
Of course.
Number 2 ranking for somebody was CJ Stroud. Out of the top 10 with the low. He's as good as anybody, honestly, said a veteran NFC scout. He's got to do it again, but the arm talent combined with taking care of the ball and ability to process was impressive. Number 8.
Jalen Hurts?
No.
Bro, why'd you set me up like that?
Sorry. East Coast old guy. Aaron Rodgers, 8.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, 8. Number 9, Jared Goff. Number 10, Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts, honorable mention with Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins, and Trevor Lawrence. Also receiving votes, Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield. Deshaun Watson didn't get a vote. Not shocked by that. Time missed, all that other bull crap. And again, tell me front office people still don't have a little axe to grind with signing the deal that he did. So I can't say that I'm shocked that he didn't even get votes. Hopefully he'll kind of figure out. Any gripes? Any gripes? Again, this is top 10. Let's do honorable mention. Any of these guys you put in the top 10. Purdy, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Tua, Cousins, Trevor Lawrence. Any of those guys you think is a bona fide top 10 quarterback? Hurts probably. You kept bringing him up, right?
I mean, he's 2 years, 1 year, really just 1 year removed from should have been the MVP. He got hurt and went to Patrick because he missed the last 2 weeks. And then he had a down year, but so did the whole Eagles team that back half of the year. I mean, Brock Purdy's stats would tell you he's top 10, but we all know that's an offensive system that is probably the best in football. Trevor Lawrence, I'm not putting him top 10. And then who was the other one? And Jordan Love. I think he's 1 year. I think he's 1 year away from really being in that conversation.
So here's the write-up on Jordan Love. He flashed brilliance with 2,100 yards and 18 touchdowns to just one interception over weeks 11 through the 18, and he was a 70.5 QBR rating when inside the pocket. An AFC exec talking about Love, I think it's real. Arm talent, confidence, and a good system around. He'll turn the ball over some because he's so confident he'll miss there, but you can live with it. Short sample size, but he's got to do it again, and he will. I'm all drunk on Jordan Love. I really love Jordan Love. I thought it was interesting about Brock Purdy, with just all the accolades with him still not getting the respect that he's due. All right, if you had to take somebody out of the top 10, who would you take? Dak, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Stroud, Matt Stafford, Justin Herbert. You had to take somebody out. I'm not going to put Mahomes or Burrow, like those guys are in there.
Say him again?
Okay, so one of these guys you got to take out of the top 10.
Yep.
Dak, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Stroud, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford.
I guess Jared Goff, but I still think he's a very great
I'd
quarterback.
take Aaron Rodgers out. I would.
And that's fine. I was thinking about that, but
coming off an injury, he's 40. I know he's a 4-time MVP and had a hell of a year last year in Green Bay. I'm not putting him in the top 10. You know what? Every time I think of Rodgers, in my head, it's the clip of him at minicamp and he's hobbling around. I got to believe that. I got to see it before I believe it when it's Aaron Rodgers. So he's very clearly my one that I'm taking. I could listen to Stafford. I could listen to Goff, but I think he's the one that comes out. So again, no votes there for Deshaun Watson. We'll see how that goes. One other thing of note this morning, PFN, Pro Football Network, they're doing their top players in the NFL. 97 for Nick Chubb. I'm sorry. 97 for Denzel Ward, 86 for Nick Chubb. And so far, that's it. They're to the top 50. So you'd assume that we know Miles will be in the top, I think, 10. And the only question might be if Joel Bitonio gets up there. So PFN's doing their top 100. We'll kind of flow through that as we go. All right, let's catch our first break of the morning. Ton coming up in hour 2. First off, go retweet at Matt Fontana Show your chance to win EA Sports College Football 25. Going to run that all week. Coming up till Friday. We'll pick a winner then. Check it out there. Also want to remind people our naming contest for the Big Play Horse. It's coming down to the what? Ryan, I think we're closing in on 1,000 submissions.
We're over it.
Oh, over 1,000. Good. We're over 1,000, folks, for our horse naming contest. So with our friends at My Racehorse, we have a horse. Its name for now is Lahaina Luck 22. And we are on the search for its name. 1,150 name submissions as of this morning. You go to bigplay.com/horse. I'm going to do it right now. Sorry, clicked off here. 1 second. bigplay.com/horse. You'll see the horse. You'll see our entry grid. You will see it coming up here on the show. Look at Ryan doing his magic over there. Little QR code action. You are a beast, Ryan. Look at that. Look at that. You click on it right away, submit your name. And I'm sure, I can't guarantee you like any, anything, but I'm sure we'll get somebody to the winner there of what we name it. Now,
go scan that.
Oh, actually, we're done. Submissions closed yesterday.
Oh,
submissions closed.
Go visit the page and
go
learn all
visit
about
the page. And unfortunately, folks, we're also sold out. That horse, we had the allotment of the shares of the horse. There's going to be another horse. Don't know when, but there's going to be another horse. So still check it out. BigPlay.com/horse. We'll announce the winner. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's something really cool we got working here. We're going to have events when this horse races. We're going to have little parties. Your chance to come out and see the horse live. Are we getting the horse here? I'd like to meet the horse.
Nah, bro, he's grinding.
I want to pet. He is working hard.
Working hard for us.
Just want to say hi, pet him. Does he know why? Just come, like, hi.
You have to go to him.
I'll go. Maybe we'll fly to Kentucky. We'll go visit the horse. Check it out. BigPlayHorse.com. Thank you to everybody that submitted. A lot of fun with that, with all that. All right, so we got plenty more coming up. Let's catch our break. We got Time Hop. We'll get to the grid. We'll get to the morning update. Remind you of the giveaway. What else are we going to do this morning? There's one other thing we're going to do. Maybe it's the bracket, because we got to hold over the bracket to finish it off from last week.
Yeah.
And I already got the bracket. We had to do the heist movie.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that? Do you want to finish out the guitar today, tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then just do the heist next week? Because we're in all next week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
So let's do that. So we'll finish out the bracket. We'll get to the grid. We got it all coming up. And our giveaway at Matt Fontana Show. Drops a file there. All right. Catch a break. Come back. Plenty for you. Stay with us. Fontana Show right here in Big Play.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
That's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the Laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the Law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky
All right, back here on the Fontana Show. Drop us a follow, Twitter X, where you might have a chance. Well, you will have a chance. You might win a copy of EA College Football coming out. Go follow us at Matt Fontana Show. Retweet that for your chance to enter and win. Of course, we're up on Twitch at Matt Fontana Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can as well. And, of course, IG for all the reels and stuff. Ryan's got it. We'll get to it eventually. Climbing through air conditioning vents to watch a soccer game. And I think the bigger picture story that people are really talking about is, can we handle this crap with the World Cup coming here? We'll get to it coming up. Ryan's got stories, morning update on Monday. Ryan, please take it away.
Alrighty, well, the Guardians have officially drafted what they hope to be their next superstar in Travis Bazzana. Bazzana, 21 left-handed hitter, Matt. He becomes the first ever second baseman to go number 1 overall in the MLB draft.
Can we stop with the Bazzana stuff? I get it rhymes with banana. I get it. Cool ass name. I'm sure we'll get a shirt cooked up here at Big Play, bigplay.com.
Oh, there's already one.
Check. Oh, there is?
Yeah, go look at
What did I miss?
Go look at Big Play's Twitter.
I saw the tweets
It's
about
like
it.
the Sheldon Cooper Bazinga thing.
That's the other one.
but it's
I'm not buying. I'm sorry. I can't.
Bazzana.
I saw that tweet. And I don't even watch Big Bang. I know that that's like his catchphrase or whatever. The Bazinga, the Bazzanas. Can we come up with something else, please? I just, that's all I ask. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations to him. And I'm slow brewing this thing. You know, he's the first overall pick in the MLB. You shouldn't see him until next year. You really shouldn't. I don't think you will. Like, there's people sending me like, oh, man, they'll call him up this September. I doubt very highly that they will. I doubt it. Get him to spring training next year as a, major league invite and hope you got something there. I mean, it's not out of the realm. You drafted him first overall. He should be an all-star. He should be an all-star. You'd like him to be Adley Rutschman. You'd like him to be one of these guys that you look at and you say, this is a cornerstone of your franchise. I already enjoy him for 5 years before you get rid of him. Stop that crap. Come on now. When he comes up, I hope he stays. Slow brew here. Best of luck to him as he starts his journey there in the minors.
Alrighty, Matt. Well, it was reported in June that if Donovan Mitchell was going to sign his extension here, that Darius Garland would request a trade via Clutch, of course, Rich Paul. However, Darius has come out and addressed these, what he called rumors, and it looks like he's willing to stay here with Donovan Mitchell.
For now. And I am always going to be understanding of players that need to do things or asked to do things for the best of their career. Nobody's got you but you, right? So if Garland and Rich Paul feel like the better thing for his career is to not play in Cleveland, that's probably why they said what they said back. Now, there could be a flip and things change. This is an unfair question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you think that Darius Garland still wants to be traded? Do you think I'm not saying he's lying per se, but did something really change for him? Did they never really, I saw all these questions, right? I don't know. Were these truly just rumors? People never take in this. Were words taken out of context? That could happen. These were not in a press conference. This was not something that was on audio and video. These are reports. And maybe they did feel that way and now they flipped. Maybe they did feel that way and they still feel that way and they're just doing a little PR right now. Maybe they never felt that way. I don't know. That's all for Kobe to kind of piece through. If I'm Kobe Allman, if he sat down and he said, Matt, I'd say take the best deal you can for Darius Garland and move on. And he might push back and say the best deal will come at the trade deadline. I'll go, okay, sure, I'll listen to that. Nothing has changed for me as far as what I think is best for the Cavs. And I don't think having two guards that are eating up as much money as they are. Donovan Mitchell's a superstar. Do you think Darius Garland can still be elite? That's the other whole crux.
Was he ever elite?
He made an all-star team. I don't know what else to tell you other than that. That almost answers your question on if you should trade him or not. If you don't think he can be, then your answer is yes. Now, I get you can't have 5 all-NBA players. You don't have that. But for the money he's eating up and for the position, we would not be having this debate if he was a wing. If he was 6 inches taller, we would not be having this debate. But he's a guard, undersized, who gets hit in the face a lot. What do I need out of Darius Garland? You know what I need out of him? Just to shoot threes. If I had that version of Darius Garland to shoot threes and play a little bit better defense, if he was a little taller, we wouldn't have this problem. It is what it is. And that's why nothing has changed for me. I'd still trade him, find the best deal you can, and move on.
Alrighty, Matt. Well, we alluded to it earlier this morning. A bizarre scene in Miami Gardens, Florida. So the start time for the final of the 2024 Copa America between Argentina and Colombia was delayed for over 75 minutes on Sunday after fans tried to enter through the air vents just to watch some what they call football.
Now, I was confused because I saw the introductions and then I started getting updates. And I go, is this game still going on? And I go, oh my God, they had to delay it. Now, here's the thing. Like, number one, I don't think clearly didn't understand the fandom of these fans that were going to do anything they could to get in. So it's in Miami, which lends to, again, a lot of Central America. Again, Argentina and Colombia. Colombia, South America, Argentina in Europe, right?
Wait.
I'm talking about where these fan bases are from. Colombia is from South America, and Argentina is in Europe.
I believe Argentina is also South America.
Is it?
Yes.
South America. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was thinking like Spain or something. I don't even know what country I was thinking of. You're right. Argentina. So obviously a lot of South America. So Miami is about as close as you can get. I feel like such a dumbass right now with world geography. Not really my thing, but here we are. But anyway, so like you knew the people were going to be coming. I guess they obviously didn't understand the lengths that they would go to. Here's the other thing. Shame on those fans. You don't have a ticket. You don't get to go in. I'm sorry. And I saw the videos of the police doing the best that they could. Char every single one of those a-holes that you ripped out of the HVAC, you prosecute them. You find them, you do whatever you can to send a message. Entitlement is one of the biggest issues in our society today. It is a massive problem in a lot of different areas. You don't get a ticket, you don't get to go in. I don't care how big of an Argentinian fan you are. I don't care how big of a Colombian fan you are. You don't get a ticket, you don't get to go in. And I'm sorry, these tickets were thousands of dollars. And I'm sure there's people that wanted to take their kids. Probably a lot of those were drunk idiots that thought they would actually find their way in. And then the scariest part of all of that is what? The herd mentality. When one person does it, then 100 people feel like they're going to do it, and the cops can only do so much.
What was worse, this or January 6th, storming the Capitol?
Well, I mean, both were bad. Here's the difference. And I'm not saying that the White House is not properly secured. They knew that there was going to be a sea of and wave of people coming into this soccer game, and they were still ill prepared. People want to make comments about the World Cup coming here. Well, you want to know what? Maybe now you learned. Maybe there's got to be, you want to know the other thing I thought about was the 2016 Cavs parade was an unmitigated disaster. Why? We didn't know what we were doing. They didn't have barriers on the street. They wrongly assumed compliance with a sea of people. That's the other issue here. They assumed that thousands of people were just going to be compliant. Get in this line, go through security, you have a ticket, go to your seat. Takes one idiot to go, well, I'm just going to jump through this vent, and then everybody else goes, well, I'm entitled to see this game. I don't have a ticket, but I'm going in anyway, and now you got the crap show that you do. That's the issue. So now, with the World Cup, I have no issue. People are trying to make these connections about when it comes here and the worry of this. That. Now you know, security. More than you even think. I actually blame the fans on this. That's wrong. That's wrong to do. You don't have a ticket, you don't get to go in. And also, the other thing, what if somebody died and then they try to sue or so, that's just the craziness of the world that we're in, right? You did something illegal and wrong. You went into a very dangerous situation, climbing through an HVAC vent. You see John McClane up there with some Twinkies and a 9 mil. What are you doing? You can't do that. You can't do that. That's the other problem in today's society, too. People just think they're entitled, they can do what they want, and the repercussions aren't all that bad. No, man. No, dude. Every one of those people that they arrested, throw the freaking book at them. Throw the book at them. And I'm assuming it was a lot of, I don't know. They're United States citizens. Do people fly in? And that's probably the great draw, right? There were probably a lot of people that flew into Miami, coming in to watch this and all that kind of stuff. You did something wrong. You should be charged. And the stadium got messed up, man. Supporters bum rushed the gates in an effort to illegally gain entrance to the contest. The gates, fans broke down walls. So that's the other thing, too. They got in by breaking down walls. Officials chasing supporters through the stadium and getting people to the game through vents. Chaos. $1,000 tickets. People were climbing walls to get in. It's kind of sad when you think about it. But I'm assuming that they'll get things figured out for the World Cup. And again, anybody that tried to get in when they shouldn't, then sorry. Seriously, throw the trespassing, whatever you want. That's wrong. And I'm placing the blame on the people. Like, you can't do that, man. That's bullcrap. That's absolute bullcrap.
Alrighty, well, lastly for the morning update, Matt, I thought this was an interesting article from ESPN. They ranked the top 100 athletes from 2000 beyond.
Oh, I saw this.
And they unveiled 100 through 76 today. The methodology, they say experts in individual sports were asked to vote to rank the top athletes in their sport since January 1st, 2000. Those votes pared down pools in each sport to lists of 10 to 25 athletes each, which comprised the overall voting pool for the top athletes of the 21st century so far. I didn't see any Cleveland-related athletes from 100 to 76.
Obviously, LeBron will be much higher.
100, Charles Woodson. You got Ed Reed. Then you got like Connor McDavid. You got some cricket players.
All right,
in there. Darrell Revis.
Okay. Wow, yeah, I guess, man, we forget
Rory McIlroy, Venus Williams is in there. Kawhi Leonard, and number 76, so the highest they've revealed so far is George St.
Pierre.
Pierre. Yep.
Yeah, MMA fighter. All right, yeah. So I mean,
interesting.
Well, I don't think Stipe will make it. Like, George St. Pierre even being in it is pretty good. And GSP, oh, man, the run that he
Bryce
was
Harper was 79.
Okay, all right. So on the MMA side of things, Anderson Silva had damn well better be the top-ranked MMA person. John Jones, Amanda Nunes should be there. Maybe Khabib Nurmagomedov. I don't think Conor McGregor will make it. Basketball, it's got to be Kobe, LeBron, Steph, maybe Tim Duncan.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Maybe Dirk, but I doubt it.
Oh, Tiger might be one.
Oh, Tiger's got to be. But, you know, he was making a lot of hay in their like late 90s, too. But he had the Tiger Slam. Yeah. I mean,
Messi.
Tiger, top one's got to be Serena. Well, again, in any order. I think it's got to be one of these people. I'll listen to Messi, Serena, Tom Brady,
Tiger, LeBron.
Maybe LeBron. You know, here's the thing. Baseball doesn't have an answer. Unless they really just throw away the steroid. Like, Bonds should probably be up there. But again, he was winning MVPs in the 90s, too. There's been no... I mean, Mike Trout.
Oh, how about this one, Matt? Michael Phelps.
Yeah, Phelps should be up there. 100%. Yeah. I'm trying to... Lance Armstrong?
No.
I mean, he's not going to be because he cheated. But outside of that...
I wonder if we'll have any Cleveland, ties.
LeBron should be the only one. Maybe Stipe, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time, but what GSP did, what Anderson Silva did, John Jones again will still be up there. So I think that'd probably be at LeBron. Simone Biles.
Yeah.
I was thinking Ohio. She's from Columbus. Grew up in Texas, but she's from Columbus. So Simone Biles should probably be up there. She will be up there for sure. Yeah, that's probably it. Golfers, maybe Phil, but certainly Tiger. And it's again, dude, that's 25, basically 25 years ago. That's a long stretch.
Usain Bolt?
Usain Bolt's another really good one. Because they're going to do 25 tours, so we'll have it by the end of the week, probably.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
He ain't going to be in there.
They're considered athletes. And if they're considered athletes, you look at the numbers and titles. You have to put them in.
What Michael Phelps does versus what Joey Chestnut does are two different things.
That's fine, but I'm saying by definition they're both considered athletes.
I don't think he'll be there. I'll make a bet with you. I don't think he's going to make it. But we'll have to see. We got to make it. Let's go. Let's get back on Immaculate Grid. Should we do it just now? Because we have the giveaway, so really the pressure is on that we should do 5 days here because the giveaway's already out.
Yeah.
So let's go. Got to add somebody up. Every position, 9 minutes. 5,000 career rushing yards. Let's go.
All right, Kansas City. I mean, we could do like...
Let's do Jamal Charles.
Okay. Well, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The odds I spelled Jamal right.
2 A's. J-A-M-A-A-L.
Oh.
Zeke.
Yeah, we could... God, what's the best little... Emmitt Smith. Jesus Christ.
Herschel Walker, whatever you want. Rams, Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
All right, now we're off here. All right, does Chad Henne not work? Chiefs, Jags?
Sounds about right.
Sounds right. Okay.
Ravens, Chiefs. I had one. Now I can't think of it.
Ravens, Rams, Odell Beckham. Ravens, Cowboys. Something's speaking to me there. We'll come back to it.
Ravens, Chiefs is going to bug me.
Rams, Jags, Jalen Ramsey. All right, we can focus on Ravens, Chiefs. We got plenty of time. Ravens, Chiefs. What are you thinking? Are you thinking quarterback?
I was thinking wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Torrey Smith, I don't think works.
Rip Jacoby Jones, by the way.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I hate seeing that stuff. 40, and apparently passed away in his sleep. Man, that's terrible. Terrible. Wide receiver, huh?
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't think so.
All right, Ravens, Cowboys, maybe.
No, I was Jags, Cowboys. I wanted to. There's. Oh my God, it's.
What
oh my God, I want to say offensive line. I want to say there's something offensive line slapped me in the face, but I don't think that's it either. All right, let's recalibrate here a little bit. So, running backs, no Zeke. Fred Taylor, I don't think ever went there. Jags. You know me, I always bring up Mark Brunell for some reason. I don't know why. No, not Vinny. And Bernie never played for the Jags. Shoot. Andy Dalton didn't play for the Jags. Mike Glennon never went to Dallas. Blake Bortles, I don't think. Cowboys should be so much easier for us for some reason. I don't know why. Stephon Gilmore never played at any of those other places.
Okay, this might be a really dumb question. Did Deion Sanders ever play for the Cowboys?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And didn't he play his last year with the Ravens?
Sure.
I think. Or that can make me look really dumb.
No, you're gonna hit. All right. Well done. Well done. I forgot about the Ravens. There's somebody else. Remind me to click on that one because there's something gnawing at me about the Cowboys and the Ravens. All right, we're back on it here. Chiefs, Ravens.
Jamal Lewis ever play for the Chiefs?
No. Good pull, but no.
Kevin Zeitler ever play for the Chiefs?
No. No, he went around the AFC North for sure. All right, quarterbacks. Tyler Hunt. I mean, again, it's so hard because Kansas City was like Alex Smith right into Patrick Mahomes. Backups. We already used Chad Henne.
Billy Cundiff ever played for the Chiefs?
I don't think so. Maybe Matt Stover. I don't think so. As far as kickers go. I'm trying to think. Like, I think there might be, again,
Charkandrick West.
No. Dwayne Bowe, I don't think so. Dante Hall, don't think so. I'm trying to think because you said receiver, so that's kind of on my mind. And I keep trying to...
Like Nelson Aguilar, I didn't think played for the Chiefs, did he?
I don't think so. Mike Vrabel never played for Baltimore. He played in Kansas City, but didn't. Jared Allen, I don't think ever played for the Ravens. Chris Jones obviously only ever been with the Chiefs. Same with Kelsey. Just trying to get names out. Just trying to get the flow going here a little bit. All right, you want to go Jags, Cowboys?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be any better.
Carlos Hyde, did he ever make his way to Dallas?
No, I don't think so. I like where your head's at, but no.
Maurice Jones-Drew, no.
Don't think so.
Ellen Hearns?
Yes.
Did he play for the
Yes.
Cowboys?
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Wow, good pull. Nice. Yes. Yes, he did. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Dennis Pitta, no. Ed Reed, no.
Todd Heap?
Tyrann Mathieu? No. No.
Not Todd Heap.
I don't think Todd Heap. He went to Arizona. Torrey Smith?
I don't remember him ever in Kansas City.
I don't either. But if I had to rip one, that would probably be the one to rip.
All right.
Now, again, Josh Johnson, I know for a fact, played in Baltimore. And if we had to take a swing at it, Chiefs might be it, but I don't think so. Torrey Smith might actually be one that I would take a rip on, but let's hold off here, okay? Oh. Patrick Ricard, I don't know. No. Lorenzo Neal, remember him, the fullback? He was with the Chargers. I know he played in Baltimore, but I don't think he ever played with the Chiefs. Cam Irving played with the Chiefs, but I don't think he ever went to Baltimore. I'm just trying to think about Browns players that have gone there. You mentioned Zeitler, no. Odell didn't, and we already used Odell. Dude. I kind of don't hate the Torrey Smith play here. And if we can't think of anything else, we might have to go with that. 30 seconds.
Man.
All right. I got to do it. Damn it.
Priest Holmes was.
Oh, I forgot he went to Baltimore. Go up and click on the full list. And I also want you to go to Cowboys, Jags, because I want to see some of those. All right, start with Chiefs, Ravens. Priest Holmes, that's a damn good one.
Terrell Suggs, I didn't know he went there.
I didn't know he did either.
Justin Houston. Le'Veon Bell.
He did?
I guess.
Wow.
Jeremy Maclin. DeMarcus Robinson.
I think Jeremy Maclin was somebody that was maybe on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, Orlando Brown Jr.
Oh, my God, you're right. What a miss.
What else do you want to see?
Go back. I want you to do Ravens-Cowboys. Ravens-Cowboys.
Deion Sanders. We got Vinny Testaverde.
I thought maybe
Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Des Bryant.
Yeah. That's a good one. All right, does not matter because you want to know what? We already got the giveaway. You already won this week at Matt Fontana Show. Hit the retweet there. You'll be entered for a chance to win a copy of EA
Charles
College.
Said Priest Holmes.
Yeah, Priest Holmes. That's a good poll, man. I didn't even think about that. It's a damn good poll there. All right, check it out. At Matt Fontana Show. Retweet it there for your chance to win. All right, we come back. We'll dive into timeout. 7 movies and TVs for Ryan today to guess on. We'll jump into that. We'll get to our bracket, wrap you up, and we got to make our home run derby bets for tonight, Ryan. We got to pick our wagers for this evening for the home run derby.
The home run derby's tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight. All-Star game's tomorrow.
What?
Home run derby's tonight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think I'm leaning Pete Alonso, but we'll talk about it coming up. Stay with us. Fontana Show right here on Big Play.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby. As Authentic takes them around the far turn, 'tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, 'tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
I'm a dumbass. I know Argentina. Okay, fine. I got that text. Like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I know. Trust me. I get it. Argentina, South America. You know, I don't know why. I always thought Messi, because he's always on that. I don't know why. I just pictured it in
it happens.
What's the country I'm thinking of, to be honest with you?
Portugal?
Probably. Yep. That what I'm thinking of? Right over there by Spain. Yep. That's probably what I'm thinking of. But anyway, welcome back. Fontana Show, right here on Big Play. Let's jump into time up. 7 today for Riot on the movie TV front. We'll get to that coming up. But first, we start 4 years ago today. Myles Garrett signs a 5-year, $125 million extension with the Cleveland Browns. It obviously has worked out. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to need a new deal coming up, though. And, like, as Andrew Berry's allocating this money and trying to get it to where it needs to go and all other kind of stuff, got to remember, man, you're going to need money for Myles coming up. And with what Watson is or isn't, with the money that you've got tied up there, just something to keep your eye on there. 5 years, 125. What's he got, 2 years left on that? Just saying when Myles Garrett. But The other thing is, I retweeted the video a couple years ago. They did the Jurassic Park video of him. One of the best extension announcements I've ever seen. It was a Jurassic Park mass up. Miles loves Jurassic Park. Who doesn't love Jurassic Park? And it was great. But he signs at 5 years, 125 this day, 2020. This day, 2019, Cleveland was ranked the second most stressed city in America. Congratulations. We would actually move up to number 1 in 2020. Cleveland, the second most, and then number 1 most ranked stressed city in America in 19 and 20. Should we put that on a sign? Put that somewhere?
Browns got a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably do. This day, 2016, Tom Brady dropped his appeal for Deflategate and accepted his 4-game suspension for deflating some footballs. Really that big of a deal? I don't know, but I guess can't do it. This day, 2012, Gangnam Style was first released on YouTube. Of course, became one of the most popular videos of all time. Twitter launched this day, 2006. Look at us now.
Nice.
Favorite social media outlet?
Twitter.
Yeah. I like Instagram. Like, I scroll on Instagram. I don't post on Instagram, but I scroll on Instagram a lot. But Twitter, this day, 2006. This day, dude, isn't that so funny? What were you talking about with the soccer earlier?
What about it?
Crawling through vents?
Yeah.
This day, 1994, Jason Grimsley crawls through the HVAC system to try to get Albert Bell's alleged corked bat out of the umpire's locker room there at the stadium. 1994, Jason Grimsley crawling through some HVAC vents. Funny how that works. This day, 1987, Indians fire Pat Corrales as their manager. They were 23 games out of first place. He was replaced by bullpen coach Doc Edwards. This day, 1912, Jim Thorpe won the Olympic gold medal for the decathlon. In this story that, obviously there was a lot of racial tension there, and somebody stole his shoes, and he still won the gold medal for the decathlon wearing shoes he found out of a trash can.
Wow.
I think that's the story for Jim Thorpe. And again, you were doing that list of the greatest athletes since 2000. This obviously doesn't apply. But Jim Thorpe is one of the greatest athletes to ever do it. A gold medal decathlete, college football, pro football. I think he played pro baseball. One of the best. This day, 1903, Ford took its first ever order. Chicago dentist Ernest Pfanning, I don't know, ordered a 2-cylinder Model A for $850. This day, 1903, the first ever order for a Ford. Very happy birthday goes out to Dame Lillard, former Browns wide receiver Kevin Johnson, John Stallworth, Steelers wide receiver Hall of Famer, Jesse the Body Ventura, Linda Ronstadt, Adam Savage from Mythbusters, Forrest Whitaker, and Eddie Griffin, all celebrating birthdays today. So a pretty solid day there. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
7. Oh, my God. The glitch in the Matrix is strong with us today. And I will tell you what it is coming up in a second. Let me make sure this. Let me. Because you know how some days I get my, the dates are sometimes wrong or off or something like that? This one kind of is, but it's kind of not. But it's just such a glitch in the Matrix that we'll do it anyway coming up. So, anyway. Oh, no, this is legit. It's legit. All right, stand by. All right, here we go. First up, television show. Streaming television show. Came out this day, 2016. I love this show. I'm waiting for the final season.
Yeah. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is correct. They actually just released a video this morning of their halfway through shooting the final season of Stranger Things. Season 1, great. Season 2, not bad. Season 3, I get where they tried to go. Didn't really get me. Season 4, man, so good. Maybe the best individual season of television I've ever seen. And we're waiting on season 5. So this is, my wife and I did start True Detective. So we're 2 episodes into the first season. We had somebody tell us just watch the first season. The other ones really aren't worth it. Because it's an anthology, so every season changes. Really solid, the first 2 in. And then I'm working my way through House. So that's that. But I can't wait for Stranger Things. And then we got Batman coming out at the end of the month. And then we got The Penguin, which, by the way, did you see that they have such hype for The Penguin? They're going to put it on HBO, too. It was going to be just a Max thing, like the app, but now they're going to put it actually on HBO every week. The Penguin.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so Stranger Things is correct. Next up, a film, this day 2005, an extremely quotable comedy that, in a way, introduced us to Bradley Cooper.
The Hangover?
It's not The Hangover. This was before The Hangover.
A comedy with Bradley
comedy.
Cooper?
There's quotes all throughout this. All throughout this movie. It's two friends that engage in an odd hobby of, much like the soccer fans trying to gain entry into places that they aren't supposed to be.
Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I forgot he was in this movie. He played the douchebag.
The douchebag.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is correct. You sandbagging son of a...
Yeah.
Like, just quote... motorboating son of a gun. Is hot route. Him playing Sack in that is great. What is the one friend? Oh, where he's like, the private investigator guy. Hang on. You know what I'm talking about. Wedding Crashers, private... He goes, Trapster. You remember that private detective we used to hire to get that Sheeran Larson prick? It was, the big sleazy, Tommy Cafano.
Good movie.
That's great. The big sleazy, Tommy Cafano. He's a WAP G. Because that guy that played his friend, his other a-hole friend, he was just in an episode of House I just watched, too. It's funny how it goes around. So, yeah, there's how it goes. Rachel McAdams, pretty hot. Isla Fisher, really hot. And then Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn. They just crash weddings. They get to go. Solid. It still holds up. And by the way, I'm glad they never made a sequel. I'm glad that's one. Just leave it go. I don't need Step Brothers 2. I don't need any of those. But Wedding Crashers, this day 2006 or 2005. Excuse me. All right, we go back to another movie that came out this day 1998. This film is probably most well known for a certain scene that the guy shows up at the door. Or, I'm sorry, the woman shows up at the door. The guy has something hanging off of his ear. And she goes, oh, hair gel.
What?
Nothing? I don't want to give away the actors and the actresses.
What year?
1998. 1998. It's about, okay, here's how it is. A 16-year-old, the movie starts with a 16-year-old high school student who's about to go to prom with his dream girl. But unfortunately, has a medical emergency, and he can't go to prom. And he loses contact with her. And then 13 years later, they actually, track each other back down. They, they come back together in their lives. They kind of start dating again. And it's all about this scene. The guy shows up and he's got some off his ear and she goes, oh, hair gel. I needed some. She puts it in her hair. Nothing.
No.
Farrelly Brothers directed this. Most famous to know for Dumb and Dumber.
I don't think I'm going to get it.
Cameron Diaz, Ben Stiller star in this movie as the title characters.
I obviously know who both those are, but I don't think I've ever seen
Ben Stiller obviously plays the guy, Ted is his name. And the opening scene, he zips up his member into his zipper.
Ah. No, I haven't seen it.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Something About Mary?
Mm-mm.
Then you know what he's on his ear, and then she wipes it in her hair. Yeah, Something About Mary.
All right.
Can't say I've ever seen it. I know those scenes, those two. He zips his member up, and then, the other one.
Yeah, haven't heard of it.
So, she's the... he falls in love with her. They disconnect. Then she comes back, and apparently she, has had a rough go of life, and then he comes back and all that kind of stuff. I haven't really seen it, but Something About Mary. This day, 1998. All right, a television show. This day, 1996. If I told you somebody really loves orange soda,
Orange soda.
No, you're not going to get it, are you?
Somebody loves orange soda.
How young you are.
Somebody loves orange soda.
One of these guys has launched into an amazing career. He's been on, I think he's the longest running SNL member of all time.
Oh, is this? No. Well, are you talking about Kenan Thompson?
Kenan Thompson is correct.
All I know him from is like Good Burger.
Good Burger is an offshoot of this. Like, who did he star in Good Burger with?
I can picture the dude. I don't know his name.
Kel Mitchell.
Yeah.
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda.
Okay.
Like, yes, that's this day 1990.
Close enough.
I figured you wouldn't get it, but it is what it is. All right, next up, a movie, sports themed. This day 1995. It's about a particular West Coast baseball team.
Angels in the outfield?
That is correct. Angels in the outfield. Christopher Lloyd and crew. Which is, when you actually watch
like
that
with the
movie.
kid who could see the Angels?
Yeah, like, God. Damn, is that sad? Because you know, it's with, like, he lost his family. It's one of those, like, I don't know why, the 90s, just wreckers of like emotional tolls taken on what's supposed to be good family movies. What am I missing? Wait, Angels in the Outfield. Isn't it? Because, like, okay, the little kid, Danny Glover, great. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tony Danza, I always forget, is in that. He's a foster kid. Isn't there a big turner? Wait. Yeah. Okay, so eventually George, who's the manager, he adopts the two kids, Roger and JP. I don't know. I don't know why, because I feel like there's something in that movie that always makes me cry. I can't remember what it is. Maybe because they got adopted, but I felt like there was something bigger about, like, I think maybe he lost his family. I don't remember. Angels in the Outfield is correct, though. This day, 1995. All right. This is the glitch in the Matrix that I was talking about. This day, 1988. It's a movie. What is something that we just talked about that I said we talked about earlier?
Heist movies?
No. We discussed the soccer game.
Yeah.
Which then led into Jason Grimsley.
With the bat? Or no. Who was Jason Grimsley again?
Guy crawling through the vents to get the bat.
What about it? Oh, Major League?
No.
Oh,
what did I say? Crawling through vents.
Oh, Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
Die Hard came out this day, 1988. Is that not a glitch in the Matrix?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We talked about crawling through vents. I didn't even know Die Hard. Like, I usually don't look at the movies before I do it. And I said, was John McClane up there with some Twinkies and a 9mm, and Die Hard came out this day, 1988. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Is it a Christmas movie or not?
They say it is.
They say it is?
Like somebody did. I don't know.
I know they do. Have you ever seen it?
No.
All right, watch it. Tell me if you think it's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I've actually flipped. I used to say it wasn't, and now I think it is.
Okay.
Now I think it is. You'll never get this movie in a million years, but it came out this day, 1977. Have you ever heard of the movie Orca?
No, but I saw your tweet about it.
So what they did was, after the success of Jaws, they said, well, what can we do? What about a killer whale? There's a movie in that. There's a scene in that movie that is so traumatic. I saw that movie, I think, when I was a kid. There's an extremely traumatic scene in that movie. So the story goes that there's a pod of killer whales. This guy, Richard Harris, he plays the captain of the ship. He's got to get out of a debt. So he goes and kills one of the whales. The mate of that whale now gets on a revenge tour, and he's out to get this guy. And eventually kills everybody. He bites some girl. I think it was Bo Derek. Didn't he bite Bo Derek's leg off? I'm asking you like you've seen the movie. I don't know. Bo Derek is in it. I think it was her that got her leg bitten off. That's not even the traumatic scene. Just the fact that they like blatantly ripped off Jaws in the worst way possible. Like, they made no bones about it. They go, we're ripping off Jaws, but we're just going to do it with a killer whale instead. It's a piece of crap. I don't think so. Because I think everybody knew it for what it was. They were like, this is a complete ripoff. On IMDb, it's only a 5.8 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it only has 9%. 9%. Budget, Okay, so the budget is either $6 or $17.5 million. This is off Wikipedia. I don't know. And the box office only made 14.7. So I'm sure that it was reception. Here we go. It's a soggy shark thriller with a frustratingly little bite. Is what somebody wrote as a review of it. David Keir of the Chicago Reader called the film an incoherent blend of Moby Dick, King Kong, and Jaws, hindered what to appear an extensive, I don't know what that word is. Yeah, it's really bad. It's not a good movie. I would probably still watch it if it's on. Like, I haven't seen it in forever, but it's a pretty crappy movie. It's not good. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, Ryan, bets, evening, home run derby. Let's go. Now, I'm just going to pull up a random sports book, and I will tell you the odds for today. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Okay. Your favorite for tonight is Pete Alonso, plus 320. Marcel Ozuna is plus 400. Adalys Garcia, it's his home court, so to speak. Oh, wait, no, I want the... I like it when they give me like the plus numbers. Plus 475. Gunnar Henderson, 5-1. Bobby Witt, 11-2. Teoscar Hernandez, 10-1. Jose Ramirez, 12-1. I will be putting $5 on Jose Ramirez. And Alec Boehm, 16-1. Place your bet. Alonso, Ozuna, Garcia, Henderson, Witt, Teoscar Hernandez, Jose Ramirez, Alec Boehm.
I'll go Adalys Garcia.
Okay. So you're going to take him in 19-4. That is $1 wins you $5.75.
Okay.
$1 wins you $5.75. I mean, he's at home. Like, I would say probably Pete Alonso because he's
most experienced.
Done it before, but I just wonder about the pitch count thing. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Jose Ramirez. Can I say what book I'm on? Do you really care?
I know what book you're on.
Yeah, I'm at Bet365. Shout out to them. They've got a boost for Jose Ramirez plus 1,400. $5 wins me $75 on that boost. I'll take that. In something like this where it's like, I don't want to say anybody can win. Who do you like? Ozuna, you said?
No,
or no, Adalys Garcia.
The hometown guy. They always love when the hometown guy wins.
What do you think? $5 on that? $5 wins me 28.
There you go.
I should probably look at the bracket.
Or you could put 100 on it and get your Xbox.
Well, my boost that we did on Friday, I didn't even get close. I'll put $5 on Pete Alonso, too. How about that? I got 3 guys. If any of them hit, I'm going to win money. I'm going to go Alonso, I'll do you Adalys Garcia, and Jose Ramirez. So there it goes. Check it out. That'll be fun tonight. So you didn't even know the home run derby was tonight?
No, I really didn't.
You going to watch? You have to. It's like one of those things. You might not sit down and watch every single pitch, but you'll tune.
Well, what
Are you missing?
Start?
What's that?
What time does it start?
8 o'clock.
If I get out of work in time.
Yeah, you got a busy day today. Home run derby start time. 8 o'clock. It'll be on ESPN. Yeah, it's not like one of those things like you have to watch every pitch, but you'll tune in at some point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll watch it tonight. All right,
because Jose's in it 100%.
What's that?
Because Jose's in it 100%.
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't even see the home run derby. Have they released the bracket yet? Because it goes bracketed. Yep, I got it right here. Hang on. All right, participant odds. Wait, where's the bracket?
Didn't they get rid of the bracket?
Oh, they did. You're right. Okay. There's no bracket. So everybody goes. Then the top 4 go to head-to-head matchups. 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. I kind of like that. All right. I'll be doing all right with that. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Ryan, what do you want to do? So here's what we're going to do for our bracket. We do have a bracket. It's our bracket, Best Guitarist. Got to scroll down. Let's do groups 3 and 4 tonight, and then we'll do the finals tomorrow, and then we'll just kind of go out the rest of the week. How's that sound?
Yeah,
or do you want to do just 1 tonight? We'll do 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow, and then do the finals for a couple of days? Do that.
So group 3 goes tonight?
Just go group 3 tonight, which is who? Best Guitarists. We got on this last week. You got sidetracked with a
Eddie Van Halen, Eric Clapton, Prince, and Jeff Beck.
That's the group of death. That one's really hard. There's a big push for Jeff Beck. I think you denied Eddie Van Halen, and a lot of people voted Prince, too. So send that out at Matt Fontana Show. Of course, drop us a follow for your chance to win a copy of College Football 25. All you got to do is retweet and follow our show at Matt Fontana Show. We're approaching 800 now on that side of things. Retweet it there. We'll hook you up with somebody up with that on Friday with our winner for that. So vote there. Busy day for us today. We're up, obviously, wrapping up now. You can always go back, get the replay on YouTube and on Twitter X. But then we have Big Play Show tonight with Jensen Lewis and...
Come Get Some with a pretty damn big guest.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald tonight on Come Get Some, which is going to be big. And, of course, Hanford Dixon in with Gab. So check it all out tonight. BigPlay.com, all of our merch, all of our shows. BigPlayHorse.com. Check out all of our updates for Lahaina Luck 22. We got some big announcements coming with that as well. That's it for us. Appreciate you joining us. Back tomorrow, 9 a.m., same place. Follow us on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show, YouTube, at Matt Fontana Show, and, of course, Twitch and Instagram. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana, as always. Take it easy.